everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Wave. My name's Trey.
And I'm Danny. We're so excited to get this episode started.
But before we go any further, let's meet this week's featured artist, Breal. All right, and we are joined here by Breal. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yeah, let's dive right in. So recently you got to open up for Khalid earlier this summer. What was that experience like?
It was truly one of a kind. Honestly, I did not think it was going to happen for real, but me and my band just put in a lot of the hard work, the school year prior to that, and then the school year leading up to that moment, and I feel like it was well deserved, honestly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Are you like a big fan of his music?
Yes.
Yeah, Khalid rock.
Did you get to meet him?
I did not actually.
Oh.
But he did send about 3 personal messages that got back to me where it was kind of like he just told the head of my record label, Match Records, and then he told the head of his security and his manager to come to me personally and let me know how well I did. And so that was really, it meant something to me.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well, I saw you perform at that concert and your energy, it was great.
Okay.
Your energy was off the chain. The way you could just tell how much passion you put into it. So what's running through your head when you're performing on stage?
I was very nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was so much preparation going up to it though. That's why I appreciate my band so much. The way I kind of just handpicked out the people I knew I'd rock with the most. It just worked out amazingly. And then the lack of sleep I got the day before was just the nerves were circulating, just circulating through my mind. It's just keeping me up.
Right. I could only imagine.
Yeah, so also recently you released a new song called Just Wanna Know. So what was the creative process like making this song?
So I co-produced this song with a friend of mine. He goes by the name of Teasy. He's also a feature on that song. Sometimes you just are in a situationship, I would call it, and you get a little bit more invested than the other person does. And so then when it doesn't work out, it's I just want to know if you really meant all the things you said, And so when we co-produced that beat, that was the first thing that came out, and we just ran with it.
Definitely, yeah.
I like that concept for a song.
Thank you.
But let's hone in on your name a little bit.
Yes, sir.
So Breal, not the app. Let's clarify.
Yeah, not the app.
Not
no,
the app.
I came before. Thank you very much.
So what exactly does it mean to be real to you?
Be as true to others people as you want them to be to you. It's just be so authentic that nobody can deny your authenticity,
Right.
It's just kind of a way to live life.
Yeah.
Yes, I am Be Real, but it's also a motto that people should go by. That's the whole point behind it. Because then when you hear it, you be like, hey, maybe I should do that.
Right. It's your mindset, it's your character.
Exactly.
I love that for you.
You're just being your true selfie.
Yeah, I'm just being real. You see, I got to beat everybody to that joke because I hear it so much.
I like it. I like it. You're very real.
Right.
So you were telling us earlier that you were hoping to have an album out soon.
Yeah.
Can you spill any tea on any upcoming releases or anything?
The song that I will be performing today with my band is going to be on the album. It's a well-known song for it to be unreleased, which is actually hilarious.
Yeah.
It's called Intuition. I'll get stopped out and they'd be like, when's Intuition dropping? I'll be like, your guess is good as mine. But no, by the end of the year, it should be out.
Yeah, we'll be waiting.
Thank you.
So speaking of albums, I want to ask you this question. I feel like it's a bit more of a fun question. If you were stranded on a desert island, which 3 albums would you have to have with you as your top 3 albums?
I'm terrible with names. I think the one by Giveon, Give or Take, that's one. Was it 23 by Adele? Was that
25?
25, thank you. One of those ages.
All of her ages, honestly.
No, literally. And then if I had to choose a third, I would pick, it's my friend, he goes by the name of K Destiny. He just dropped an album called She Hates You, and it's really good.
Period.
That's been on repeat for a minute.
Period.
All good choices.
Yeah.
So we want to play a quick little game with you. It's called This or That. So we're going to give you 2 things, and you have to choose between one or the other.
Gotcha.
So do you want to go first, Trey?
Sure. So would you rather release CDs or vinyls if you were to release physical music?
It'd be vinyls. I feel like they're making a comeback right now.
They are cool. And you can do a lot with the art and stuff on it too.
Then you gotta think about it, nobody really has a CD player anymore. They're not really in cars or anything.
True.
So vinyls would definitely.
I know. Some cars are they don't even have CD players anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So yeah, they're kind of no. So would you rather perform like a big sold out stadium show, or would you rather do like a show to like a small intimate crowd?
I feel like right now I've done so many like small intimate crowds, and don't get me wrong, like I love it. It
Right.
is very personable, and like you get to really know the people that are like becoming your fans,
Mm-hmm.
and that's always a great experience. But like right now at this stage of my life, I'm kind of like trying to keep riding the high of performing for big crowds, and
Yeah.
like the way me and the band felt afterwards was just amazing. So I love to like relive that again, you know?
For sure.
Totally understandable. So you're from Memphis.
Yes,
So I'm gonna ask, would you rather perform in Memphis or in Nashville?
Memphis for sure.
Really?
I feel like
The hometown crowd.
yeah, I was gonna say the hometown crowd is, and then the music taste personally for what I do.
Right. It's a lot more
Is
soulsy,
exactly.
bluesy.
I was gonna say, no offense to Nashville or anybody that performs in Nashville. Love y'all, love what you do. Not really a scene for me though.
Right.
Definitely. Well, one more. So would you rather play a gig on top of the tallest tower in the world or play a gig in a pit of snakes?
Tallest tower in the world for
Really?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
But-
like snakes?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Do you? Y'all like
No.
snakes?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no.
I was gonna say like at least I could like focus more so on the crowd that's in front of me instead of like how high up in the air we are, you know.
Definitely.
Right.
But like nobody wants to hear like in the back of every
Yeah,
song.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. Do you want to
thank
let us
y'all
know
for
where we
having
can
me.
find you on socials and stuff?
You can find me on Instagram at iam.breal, also TikTok. Pretty much everything is iam.breal. That's like everything.
Cool, cool. Well, we are also excited to hear you perform later, and we will be right back.
Hey everyone, my name is Danny Osborne. I am a senior at MTSU. I graduate this December, and I'm a journalism student here at MTSU.
Hi, my name is Trey. I'm a senior studying journalism at MTSU. So I have hosted The Wave for 4 seasons now. I've worked on The Wave for 5 seasons overall. My first season I started as a tape op on season 5. And by the next season I had worked my way up to host, and I've been hosting ever since.
I think working on The Wave has really helped my confidence with hosting and stuff. So going into my very first episode, I was very nervous. I thought, oh my gosh, this is not for me. I'm gonna mess everything up. But you know, I came through, and you know, doing it week after week after week, I just kept building this confidence.
You know, before you really dive into something or like work on something, you kind of have that like imposter syndrome, like, can I really do this? But it's like, no, I can do this because I do it every week. So interviewing artists, coming up with stories, finding pictures for our stories, you know, and seeing the whole thought through has really impacted my confidence and made me more confident in my abilities.
It's now my favorite thing to do at MTSU is host The Wave. It's so much fun. And we write stories every week as well, and I just feel like every week writing stories and coming up with interview questions, I feel like they just get better and better.
It's cool to see the whole process come together, and it does teach you a lot. One thing that I've especially learned is like time management and like pushing myself to do things that sometimes you don't feel like doing, but it's like, no, we're on a deadline, you've got to do this, and we do. So it's a lot of fun, and it has taught me a lot.
If you're a fan of Doja Cat, like me, then get excited. The controversial rapstress may have just leaked the track list for a new album. Last week, she posted and quickly deleted what seems to be a list of songs for a potential new album. The 13-song track list includes titles like Break My Heart, Did I Lie, and Take Me Dancing, just to name a few. Doja's last studio album, Scarlet, was released in September of 2023, which was reissued as Scarlet 2 Claude in April of this year, featuring 7 new tracks. So it seems like Doja likes to keep herself busy in the studio, and I'm definitely not complaining. Which tracks from the newly leaked list are you most excited to listen to in the future?
While many artists were blessed with multiple Grammy nominations this year, others weren't so lucky and ended up being snubbed. Ariana Grande's Eternal Sunshine only got nominated for 3 awards and missed out on the 3 main categories this year. Her track, We Can't Be Friends, Wait for Your Love, received 0 nominations as well, despite hitting #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and crossing 1 billion streams on Spotify this year. Benson Boone had a pretty big year as well, but only received 1 nomination for Best New Artist. Some artists who released music in the Grammy eligibility period this year but received 0 nominations include Nicki Minaj, Dua Lipa, Tate McRae, and Hozier. Let us know down in the comments who you think deserved a nomination at the 2025 Grammy Awards.
Breakout country star Shaboozey has already broken the record for the longest running solo #1 single on the Billboard charts, and he can't be happier. The star took to social media to express his excitement with 3 simple words. What the F? Shaboozey saw a meteoric rise in popularity after he collaborated with Beyoncé on 2 songs featured on her latest album, Cowboy Carter. After collabing with Queen Bee, he released a bar song, Tipsy, which just spent its 19th week at the #1 position, tying Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus's Old Town Road for the longest-running #1 single on the chart. Shaboozey was blocked in his 20th week by Kendrick Lamar's Squabble Up and could continue to be blocked by songs during the Christmas season. If Shaboozey can hold the top spot for just 1 more week, then he will officially surpass Old Town Road to become the longest-running #1 single of all time on the Billboard Hot 100. I'm excited to see if he can break the record.
Carpenters, this news is really going to jingle your bells. Sabrina Carpenter is bringing holiday cheer this year with a brand new Christmas special titled A Nonsense Christmas. The variety show will premiere exclusively on Netflix on Friday, December 6th. The short and sweet singer describes it as an hour of nonsense and warns viewers not to expect a traditional Christmas show where she simply just sits by a tree and sings. Instead, she promises us pure excitement and chaos. Carpenter even hinted at special guests, teasing fans with a video asking, "Expecting someone else?" Who do you want Sabrina to sip espresso with on December 6th?
And that's all for this week's music news.
We'll be right back with Be Real.
Thank you all so much for watching this week's episode of The Wave. We hope to see you next week.
As always, be sure to check out our Instagram and YouTube every Wednesday for new episodes. To close out this episode,
His talent really seals the deal.
please give a hand for Be Real.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. I should've listened, trusted my own intuition, cause you're a pretty vixen, I just needed to read your full description. I should've listened, trusted my own intuition, cause you're a pretty vixen, I just needed to read your full description. They told me read between the lines, but I blocked them out. Ain't see that you were showing signs till you dropped me now. I gotta go pick up my pieces cause I'm scattered around. Been looking for help, but nobody's around. Let me take y'all back now to when I first met this girl. She was in the background, alone playing with her curls. Then I felt my heart pound. Yeah, she had stopped my whole world. And I had to right then, that's when I had to get hurt. Didn't think I'd get hurt. Funny how did it work? Caught in the moment. Yeah, it was all just a blur. Should've kept my mouth shut. Would've protected myself. Wouldn't have all of this trauma or be seeking for help. I should've listened. My intuition. A pretty vixen. I just needed to read your full description. Hey, I should've listened. My intuition. A pretty vixen. I just needed to read your full description. Your full description. Yeah. Hey, I should've listened. My intuition. A pretty vixen. I just needed to read your full description. Hey, I should've listened. My intuition. A pretty vixen. I just needed to read your full description. Your full description.